Kuwait's not a real deployment.
My 9 to 5 as an officer on deployment. It was Bible study Tuesday, so this routine is usually pretty set in stone for me. The first thing I did was go to Starbucks and I grabbed myself a nice iced vanilla matcha latte.
Yeah, grande iced caramel macchiato. Anything else?
To post operational security things, including maps of military bases in a deployed area, and another officer calls it out almost so beautifully. Now let's get to the credit. This is Fubar Actual, where she posted two things on her story. And just to give you guys some context, Fubar Actual is a former enlisted officer, which is now looking to be some kind of logistics officer, medical logistics officer, and obviously posts memes, good times, all that stuff, but we'll call a spade when she needs to. Where she says here, this is an LT posting her quotations day in the life while in Kuwait. And then she even posts another one after that where she calls out this fellow officer, which, by the way, was beautifully done, where she says this. She says, people have gotten GOMARs for less. Are we serious? Now, I'm blurring out the map, everything else, because it looks like that the initial Army soldier had made a TikTok showing their day in the life on deployment.
So I know that the general consensus among people is that Kuwait's not a real deployment. I know the same people also think that a UDP to Okinawa is not a real deployment. However, you're still seeing some things that a lot of people around the world don't ever have the opportunity to see. Like camels, for instance. So, I don't know. I think it's still a deployment. It's just not a combat deployment, and that's okay.
I just want to give a huge thanks to Kagan Dunlap for his take on deployment or not, but this is mine. 1990, Kuwait deployment, right?
Shot early on the morning of August the 2nd, the battle around the Emir's palace is clearly audible.
2025? Not really, you know, and she kind of goes to the day of her life where I'm like, this is insanity.
My 9 to 5 as an officer on deployment. It was Bible study Tuesday, so this routine is usually pretty set in stone for me. The first thing I did was go to Starbucks and I grabbed myself a nice iced vanilla matcha latte. I usually don't like this drink from Starbucks in the States, but I really like it here for some reason. And then after that,
I'm in a foreign country, serving my country, getting Starbucks, going to Bible study. I think I would like any deployed setting where Starbucks was on my agenda and it was going to be in civilian clothes. I have to say, this is crazy. This is exactly what the military is fearing for the next world war. I'm telling you. We'll play the rest of the clip because her whole day in the life is insanity.
over to a jewelry store on Post to get my watch fix that I bought from there. It's super cute and I love it, but then I had to hurry up and rush because I thought Bible study was going to start, but then nobody ended up being in there, which was disappointing.
She then had to go to a jewelry store, had to get that bracelet or watch or whatever fixed, and I'm like, I feel like we are in a dystopian world. It's like, well, I was deployed in my backyard of Texas. Don't worry, Bible study's coming up. She's got to make sure she has her Bible time. And I do appreciate she's got Bible study coming up. Freedom of religion, am I right? It's like one of the first things this country is founded on. So it's good she's exercising. Let's go more into it.
So I had to go and find myself a T-wall to sit on and ended up calling my mom. I called her while she was at the gym. And we talked for a little bit. She looks so good, losing all her weight. I'm so proud of her.
I know a lot of the OIF guys are going to be like, you had Wi-Fi. You are FaceTiming back home. You have Starbucks in your hand. You are just let down about not being able to have people at your Bible study. That is the most downfall of your day. That's it. And I know you guys are thinking of this.
You want this one, you HCP?
No, give me another fucking board.
All the combat footage, all the craziness, and it's just like, I mean, it's good there's peace. That's good. That's what we want. But I'm also like, it is very interesting that this is how they're doing their day in the life on deployment.
Then finally, everybody started showing up for Bible study, so I was able to go in, and we were in Romans 15 today. After that, we went for Taco Tuesday at the DFAC, and then I left so that we could go and start some wedding planning. This is the last thing that I did this evening, so I went back to Starbucks in my little corner, and that's where I began. Planning a wedding on deployment honestly has not been that bad, and I only have my wedding planner to thank for that.
I would say anybody doing any wedding planning while they are actively deployed, is what they're calling this, is not a bad day. I would say you are probably having the best day of deployment. If you had a Starbucks, you're in civilian clothes, you had your watch fixed, you got to FaceTime back home, and you are in not any real danger. You're wearing civilian clothes and whatever else you want, that I'm like, this sounds like you were pretty much just confined to base, if anything.
She's been amazing this whole time, and she's just so supportive. Her name is Rachel. I'll tag her in my caption. And here I am using a platform that she partners with called Zola to create my save the dates as well as my wedding website. Honestly, it was super seamless, but I'm really indecisive, so I'm still working on this. But nonetheless, I think I'm going to do a video on all the things that I've done for my wedding so far. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for joining me tonight. Bye.
That you have somebody that has obviously shown things they weren't supposed to. Okay? I blurred them out here on purpose because of that reason. Even though it seems so naive, you were doing your day in the life. Secondly, I will say that this person has removed every bit of content. Their TikTok has been removed, and they have probably learned their lesson very quickly, as this is now a thing, right? But I want to show this little bit of a clip of a Marine Corps advertisement, if you will, that kind of shows modern life and what is going on.
It's the young that are at the forefront of every war. With every new war comes a new way of fighting. The old have seen a transformation take place over the past 20 years. One that's so familiar it's become an extension of ourselves. That enables us exponentially. With every new capability comes a new way of exploiting it. You might not be able to see it, the enemy can, clear as day. You don't even need to be this close, or nearby, or even human.
The rocket strike that killed dozens of service members has been linked to unauthorized cell phone use.
Using photographs freely available online to pinpoint the exact location of militants everywhere from Syria to Siberia.
Online posts like these online
geotagging and details in the photos, people were able to confirm that he was
and power lines in the background. They had a match and a pinpoint location on Google Maps.
So yeah, you can see they're showing young service members wanting to post on whatever app they've got, sharing their location, doing all that, which by the way, it's like, boom, gonna take your life away, bro. Gonna do it in one snapshot, literally. Now, what I find crazy is this is something that if somebody were to actually go on a deployment, do a rotational thing, it is known operational security is something that they talk about. Whenever you're entering an area, whenever you are conducting business, it's like, hey, watch out for these threats, watch out what you post, don't get on the Wi-Fi here, do this or that. Like, these are common intel briefs and things that people are made aware of before they go. And of this instance where essentially you have people that are like, I don't know, E1s, E2s that are taught this, that know not to do this. And I mean, for the majority of the part, there are people that would be held accountable no matter what their rank is. But I want to know, what do you guys think about this situation? I mean, it is Kuwait. You know, this isn't 1990s Desert Storm, Desert Shield. But at the same time, there's a military officer which has very obviously shown things that were probably not supposed to be shown.